Led by Siaya Governor James Orengo, Rarieda Member of Parliament Otiende Amolo, and Samuel Atandi of Alego Usonga, the leaders faulted the process of constitutional changes through Parliament, terming it unconstitutional.
Parliament is the wrong body to change a constitution, because over the years we had a very good constitution from Lancaster, but it was messed up by Parliament. A constitution is something that must go to the people, for the people to decide before it is taken to Parliament.
The question of introduction of the leader of opposition necessarily affects the composition of Parliament. Anything that affects the composition of Parliament must go to referendum.
The leaders have also challenged the head of state to explain why the change of heart on constitutional amendments, despite his earlier open opposition to the Building Bridges initiative. This coming as the Nairobi Jubilee Party branch accused the Azimio One Kenya coalition of sidelining them and favoring the ODM part of the coalition.
We also need some clarity on the payments that were meant for the agents under the Azimio coalition. Tunajua tulikuwa na msukosuko kidogo kidogo, na those funds did not serve the intended purpose. Hazikufikia wale watu zinafaa. So we need a clarity from the party officials.
We have collected more than 10,000 signatures from Nairobi. Na tunataka tuhakikishe ya kwamba within 14 days tutoke katika hii kitu inaitwa Azimio.
Meanwhile, a section of elected leaders from Kisii County have threatened to sever relations with Governor Simba Arati over his alleged high-handedness leadership style. The leaders, including Senator Richard Onyonka, Kitutu South Member of Parliament Anthony Kibagendi, and his Kitutu Chache North counterpart Japheth Nyakundi, said they were ready to part ways with the county boss over what they claimed was non-consultative and vindictive stance.
Hatuna ubishi naye kwa uongozi wake kwa sababu amechukua ushukani. Tungependa asikize hawa viongozi, awazungumzie, awaambie ni maendeleo gani ataleta kwa maeneo yetu, na watu wa maeneo ya Kitutu Chache kusini na kaskazini wangependa kumsihi awachane na wafanyikazi wa county ambao wanafanya kazi kwa county government kutoka haya maeneo mawili.
Nancy Okware, Sunday Express.
Now on to matters security. Security personnel in Garissa and Wajir have arrested 7 Al-Shabaab operatives of Tanzania and Ethiopian origin who had sneaked into the country following an ongoing offensive against the militant group in Somalia. Somalia's security are currently fighting Al-Shabaab in areas that the top militant group enjoyed significant control in parts of central and southern Somalia. Police are pursuing 3 other suspects of Al-Shabaab who managed to escape the police dragnet. Members of the public have been asked to volunteer any information that may lead to their arrest. Now, for any information that may lead to the arrest of the criminal elements there, you can contact the DCI as well as the National Terror Unit there, and further details are available on our website, that is www.kbc.co.ke. Now, still focusing on the north is that a massive vaccination campaign against measles has begun in Manyara County. The move is aimed at rallying parents to present their children at vaccination centers in a bid to curb the spread of the disease in the region amid fears of new infections.
Following calls to Kenyans by the Ministry of Health urging parents to ensure their children are vaccinated against measles, Mandera County Department of Health has embarked on a vaccination campaign targeting 155,000 children aged between 9 to 59 months.
Because of low vaccine coverage, every time during drought, when the immune system of our children go down because of nutritional issues, we normally get measles outbreak.
Spearheading the exercise, the Manyara County Director of Public Health called on locals to cooperate with health officers who will be administering the vaccines from door to door across the 9 sub-counties.
This has prompted us in partnership with the Ministry of Health, AFI House, and our international partner UNICEF and Manyara County Government, that we carry out 10 days measles campaign.
Manyara East Central Chief Ali Nur Mohammed reiterated on the need for vaccination and further encouraged parents to present their children at health centers for the exercise.
Tafadhalini sana, naomba wananchi watoto waletwe kabisa kuanzia leo mpaka tarehe 10, yani siku 10 hiyo chanjo inaendelea.
So far, at least 140 positive cases have been recorded in parts of Lafi and Manyara West amid fears of new infections. Trevor Ngendo for Sunday Express.
All right, time for a first breather on Sunday Express. But of course, when we come back, we have more news lined up for you, including sports. Don't go too far.
Cheza loto, shinda pesa moto.
Nilikuwa najaribu tu nione. So jana venye nilipigiwa simu, ndio nilijua kweli loto moto ni ya ukweli. Nilitumia paybill 757070 account loto star alafu nambari ya simu. Kwa siku nilikuwa nacheza karibu mara 8 hivi. Natumia shilingi karibu 300. Jana ndio nimecheza zaidi usiku. Niliambia Mungu asante sana kwa sababu amenitoa kwa shida 1 2 3. Hiyo pesa kitu ya kwanza ni kumtolea Mungu shukrani. Fungu la 10 nifanye 1 2 3 kwa nyumba yangu. Loto moto ni ya ukweli. Ukiwa na nafasi, ukiwa na pesa, cheza loto moto ni ya ukweli anytime. Na mimi tena mtarudi hapa tu. Asante.
Shinda pesa moto moto. Feel the excitement. Relish every moment. Get 1.5 GB at 50 bob. Valid for 3 hours. Furahia futa. Dial star 544 hash. Make chaguo smarter na Airtel, the most affordable network.
Cross coming on the left foot. With that height. Oh, it's gone into the net. It has. Youssef El-Nesri using his height to advantage here. A ball that looked like a loose ball in that box. It started in the midfield, but now he's involved in it. And then a left foot cross from the left side. And then there is one defender trying to go for it as well. But that height of Youssef El-Nesri has the littlest of nicest of touches. Glancing downwards, that beats the goalkeeper and beats the defender. It goes into the net, Jacob.
Well, he outjumped David Costa in that Portuguese goal, and that's a beautiful goal for sure. Ronaldo cannot believe it on the bench there.
TikTok. Get your brand on the talk with City Clock.
KBC Board of Directors, Management and Staff wishes all our esteemed listeners, viewers and clients a happy Jamhuri Day. As we honor the struggles of many brave hearts who fought for the country's freedom, let us strive to make our nation peaceful and prosperous. May God bless Kenya. Happy Jamhuri Day.
Feel the excitement. Relish every moment. Get 1.5 GB at 50 bob. Valid for 3 hours. Furahia futa. Dial star 544 hash. Make chaguo smarter na Airtel, the most affordable network.
And welcome back. You are watching the Sunday Express. Over 200 teenagers drawn from West Pokot and the neighboring country, Uganda, will now become ambassadors to educate and sensitize the rest of the communities on the dangers of female genital mutilation and early marriages. The teenagers had completed a 4-day training at Alale Primary School in West Pokot County. This comes in the wake of an increase in cross-border early marriages and FGM cases that are reported.
Alale Division Assistant County Commissioner Maurice Ogweno, who presided over the graduation of 232 boys and girls following a 4-day training at Alale Primary School in West Pokot, lauded the initiative by World Vision Organization, noting that the program was timely as cases of female genital mutilation and early marriage had become of concern in the area.
The issues of FGM and early marriage is still there, we own, but there are strategies in place and we are addressing the issue.
World Vision Child Protection Officer Teresa Chepto say that there was need for the sensitization of the teenagers to curb the rampant cases of cross-border female genital mutilation and early child marriages witnessed in the area.
Kama World Vision imekuwa kama desire. It has been our desire or our prayer to begin our program in Alale because of issues of cross-border FGM and child marriage, where perpetrators have been running, crossing over to Uganda.
The teenagers say that they are now ready to pursue their education to higher levels and promise to be champions in mobilizing and sensitizing their community members against the vice.
It's not boys only who can study and go further, but even the ladies. Let's give ladies opportunities, because us in West Pokot, they underrate ladies, even women, they underrate them. So us give the parents the message that don't underrate them. These people can be great people to have.
And I'm telling them that education is very sweet. Even for me now, I'm enjoying the education. As who are undergoing the FGM, we beg them to stop because it's bad and it does not help them in any way.
Opicho Chemtai for Sunday Express.
Now, over 5,000 people from across the country have benefited from free treatment and care courtesy of Save a Life organization. Now celebrating the major milestone at a Nairobi hotel, the founder of the organization, Joseph Muremi, urged Kenyans to take up the National Hospital Insurance Fund cover to enable them access medical services at any time without having to worry about the cost.
It was a jubilant Saturday night when Save a Life beneficiaries and stakeholders gathered to take stock of their milestones. The founder, Joseph Murimi, urged Kenyans to take advantage of the Christmas period and give back to those in need in the country.
It is therapeutic. Once you help, you feel good. So for those who believe in science, once you help, I want to urge anyone who is, maybe as you celebrate this Christmas holiday, help someone and you'll feel good.
And it's so rewarding to see some of the patients you have been able to touch, that they're actually here in this particular function tonight, just to be a testament, because sometimes their story is more powerful because they are the ones who have gone through the problem they know, and they are the ones who needed the need at the time when they felt that there was nothing coming towards them to help them.
The beneficiaries showing gratitude to philanthropists who have saved their lives when times look gloomy for them.
In fact, walikuwa wanasema nimerogwa na watu wa familia, ndio maana nikavura vitumbo. Nyawa zinge, yani nilikuwa najipa nguvu tu juu binadamu aliumbwa nini asafe. Lakini saizi hata wenyewe yani wako na hakika kuna Mungu. Hata mimi mwenyewe nikakuja nikagundua ya kuwa in God and with faith everything is possible.
The day I was sick, I could not go to school. I could not walk outside because people are bullying at me, looking at me very bad. Other one were telling me that I'm pregnant. That thing was hurting me.
The organization has so far transformed complex cases of 1,006 people in the country. Ruth Wamboi reporting for Sunday Express.
Now, for centuries, a cat has been domesticated for companionship, to deal with rats and other rodents. But not all homes fancy this carnivorous mum. The smallest in the wider cat family, somewhere in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, one woman's love for cats has been our host close to 400 of them in her 4-bedroom house. The story of the cat woman of Mihango, as filed by Sheila Yogo.
A casual look at these residents may end up just as such, an ordinary home. But it may not be what it appears, with the ambience betraying what lies beyond the gate, behind the walls. These cats call this place home.
At the moment we have 385 cats. 386 now because we received another one yesterday.
Some traveling for long distances to be here.
As far as Kisumu, Nakuru, yes, Thika.
The cats live in this house in Mihango within Utawala Estate in Nairobi County. Rachel Kabue is their housemate. She takes us down her memory lane. Seeing that many cats suffered in the hands of ignorant people, she started rescue operations.
We rescue a lot of kittens that are thrown out in cartons, or they're just out there without a mother, and they're usually 3 weeks or younger.
She eventually founded Nairobi Feline Sanctuary, now home to more than 300 rescued cats. The diploma holder in community development donated this bungalow to the cats, opting to occupy a much smaller space, but sharing the compound. The cat woman of Mihango has a name for each of the hundreds of cats, and she never confuses them.
Henry, Marina, Eno.
Kabue says cats have personality similarities with human beings. Trevor has a strange way of responding when his name is called.
Trevor? Yeah, he always does that. Trevor! Trevor! Good boy.
Rashalgu is apparently greedy.
More than 2 years.
He doesn't want to share food. He was just rescued from the streets and currently undergoing etiquette lessons. Ara and Biggie love visitors. They are so clingy. Bree is all fluffy. Koki, Lola, and Odin have congenital disabilities. The sanctuary has a maternity wing for queen cats.
So you see they have some signs of flu.
These little kittens were orphaned when they were neonates. The kittens were rejected by their foster mother. What really matters is they have a roof over their heads. Mercy killing for the very sick ones does not augur well with Kabue. A cat can give birth to 48 kittens in a year. Hence, the need to control population at the Nairobi Feline Sanctuary.
It's spay and neuter. This means that we stop the reproduction. This is because there are already many cats who are not living in the best conditions.
Here, cats also access medicine from the pharmacy. Through the Nairobi Feline Center, Kabue has created employment.
Over 300 cats by yourself, so we have staff, and first of all we try to give the youth a chance, and mothers, the ladies who may not get a job another job easily, but the bare minimum is that you have to love cats.
Anyone can do anything as long as it makes you happy and pays you.
Domesticating these cats, it's not all rosy.
We do get some food donated, but not enough to make a big difference. Per week, they eat 50 kilograms of kibble and about 70 kg of mincemeat. In a month, I'm spending upwards of between 250 280,000.
She will be traveling to Canada.
They also have a hospital where they help rescues in low-income families to take care of their pets. So I'm very interested to go and see how they do that, because that is also our end goal.
She has been shunned by some members of the society due to superstition associated with cats.
And people telling us directly that we must be doing something very strange here. Why are we keeping cats?
The Nairobi Feline Sanctuary also gives out cats for adoption.
The reasons why I chose to do it from an institution is because the cats you'll get here are well trained. They do their own things, They are good with the litter box. They are well mannered.
The Nairobi Feline Sanctuary is a leisure place for cat lovers.
Cats and human beings have some similarities. They can be foster mothers to abandoned and rejected kittens. They too get depressed when they are faced with traumatic incidences, and all they need is love and care. Sheila Kayaroyogo reporting for KBC in Nairobi.
Well, I happen not to be a cat lover. I'm more of a dog mom. So when I hear that humans and cats have a similarity, well, I share that particular trait with a sibling of mine who cannot stand cats, simply because he grew up at a time when there was a lot of conversation around, cats being associated with the spiritual world. If you've read the book Delivered from the Hands of Darkness by Emmanuel Eni, then you'll understand then my siblings worry in regard to owning a cat or such. But that particular report by Sheila Yoga shows us the other side of those who love cats and why actually cats are, the domesticated animal to have in your home, so to speak. But I still inherently remain a dog mom. And in the Egyptian world, as you mentioned earlier, is that cats were associated with magical, they were referred to as magical creatures there. And those households that actually got to keep them, they adorned them with even jewelry. They were also believed to bring good luck. But if you're the hocus pocus kind of family, well, you'll know that cats are associated with witchcraft. But then we cross over to Nakuru, where a couple is celebrating 50 years in marriage after tying the knot in 1972. David Kinyanjui Macharia, aged 78 years, and his wife, aged 74, Rosemary, are attributing their long-lasting union to a great understanding and willingness to apologize whenever one wronged the other. They have termed money wars and conflicting roles as the biggest threat to modern marriage.
While the rings on the fingers of David Kinyanjui and his wife Rosemary symbolize their commitment to being beside each other until the end of time, they also serve as a reminder that their marriage has lasted the test of time.
In absolute fidelity, love.
Congregants are gathered at All Saints ACK Section 58 Parish in Nakuru to witness the renewal of their vows after tying the knot on the 9th of December 1972. Beautiful melodies have filled the church as the congregants await their arrival. The couple that has since been blessed with 3 children and 6 grandchildren walk down the aisle amid music and admiration from the congregants. Bishop Joseph Mushai, who is presiding over the ceremony, raise the renewal vows, and the couple in turn recite them.
As the rings never end, so my love will be never ending.
As precious as the gold it is made from, so precious you are to me.
Rosemary has termed her husband as a considerate man who never hesitates to apologize whenever he is wrong.
Marriage, ikiwa ime-break, ni two animals which were together. They have been separated. The enemy will now be able to be creeping this one. Na hana mtu wa kumsaidia. Fight it together.
The couple maintains that if a marriage is to last, the two in union should embrace each other even when situations change.
Hata kukiwa na shida hizi za nyumbani ni kuvumiliana, kwa sababu mwanadamu ana makosa yake, na makosa hayo akiendelea nayo mambo mengine huharibika, lakini sameheane.
Na ile kitu ambayo hujapitia experience yake huwezi kaelewa. Mtu ambaye hajapitia kwa ndoa hawezi akaelewa changamoto za ndoa. Na kwa hivyo ni uzuri waache kujitegemea na watafute ushauri.
Rosemary feels that the mistake couple today make is focusing only on the financial aspect of marriage, while neglecting the social and emotional part of the union.
They did not sweep things under the carpet. So they spoke about things as they come. So that meant that their conflicts were not out of things that have simmered.
Tukiwa wadogo tunaona kama marriage haiwezi make, tunachoka mapema. Hata saa hii kuna wana they are wondering how 50 years. Wengine tuko na 10, 20 years. Na bado watu wamechoka. Lakini sasa leo tumetiwa nguvu.
Haya mambo unaona mengi ya watu wanauana katika ndoa ni kwa sababu watu wengi hawana mambo ya kuvumilia. Hawana mambo ya kuweka tahamaki katika ndoa zao ili waweze kuziweka joto. Kwa hivyo tungependa sana kuomba watu wawe watu wa kuvumilia, waweze kupanga.
Nancy Okware, Sunday Express.
Tristan School of Medical Health Science and Technology is a premier training institute for market-driven courses. With state-of-the-art facilities, competent and dedicated members of staff, and linkages with the medical industry, you are assured of a bright future when you study with us. Enroll today in our campuses at Juja, Nairobi West, Kisumu, and Homa Bay.
Welcome to Friends Stadium. Everybody's ready. Wait a second, not everybody. Come on, dude. It's the FIFA World Cup. You're going to lose your seat, the ritual seat, the lucky one. Losing more than a seat, your team is going to lose. Where are you, dude? The match is about to start. Your friends won't hold out much longer. Excuse me. Finally, everything is in the right place. Hey, other hand. And you, do you have everything you need to believe?
Cross coming on the left foot. With that height. Oh, it's gone into the net! It has! Youssef El-Nesri using his height to advantage here. A ball that looked like a loose ball in that box. It started in the midfield. But now he's involved in it. And then a left foot cross from the left side. And then there is one defender trying to go for it as well, but that height of Youssef El-Nesri has the littlest of nicest of touches, glancing downwards, that beats the goalkeeper and beats the defender. It goes into the net, Jacob.
Well, he outjumped David Costa in that Portuguese goal, and that's a beautiful goal for sure. Ronaldo cannot believe it on the bench there.
Talk. Get your brand on the talk with City Clock.
Welcome back. You're still on Sunday Express. Kenyans have been urged to take advantage of the job opportunities in the expanded East Africa community. According to the EAC Secretary General Peter Mathuki, the entrance of the Democratic Republic of Congo DRC gives the region a combined population of 300 million people, a move that could further accelerate entrepreneurial activities, thereby creating job opportunities.
Speaking during the 22nd graduation of Mount Kenya University that saw 4,500 graduates conferred with degrees, diplomas and certificates in various fields, the East Africa community official emphasized the need for students to strive to compete with their regional peers and aspire to become job creators.
Don't look for jobs, become the job creators. Go out there, take advantage of those opportunities provided by East African community and create businesses and opportunities for the rest of the people.
EAC Secretary General Peter Mathuki says with the admission of Democratic Republic of Congo to the East African community, the EAC will now have the opportunity to maximize on the massive job opportunities that the expanded network has created.
So I think for admission of DRC, it was a great admission. It was a great achievement for East African community. That means now people will be able to move freely across all the countries of East Africa.
On this part, MKU founder and board chairman Simon Gisharu cautioned jobless Kenyans against seeking uncertain jobs overseas to avert cases of harassment by their employers.
What we have been reading the newspapers about Kenyans going to Saudi Arabia, where they are, where they are not prepared properly, and therefore sometimes they are amenable to abuses. So take advantage of this, and let us not just look at Kenya for opportunities. Let us also look broad.
Joan Mwaneki for Sunday Express.
Cheza loto, shinda pesa moto.
Wachua mamili leo na loto moto. Cheza ukianzia na shilingi 50 na ushinde milioni 2 kila siku. Kucheza ni rahisi zaidi. Kwenye M-Pesa, chagua lipa na M-Pesa. Paybill number, weka 757070. Account number, andika neno loto. Kisha, weka star. Alafu nambari yako ya simu. Kwenye amount, weka kiwango chochote cha pesa. Kuanzia shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2,000. Lipa na usubiri draw. Makinika papa hapa ili utimize ndoto zako na Loto Moto. Cheza kwa kuwajibika. Mchezo huu ni wazi kwa watu walio na umri wa miaka 18 na zaidi. Ujumbe huu umeidhinishwa na BCLB. Cheza Loto Moto. Shinda pesa moto moto.
Kupata kumpenda mtu kama sikiza tune kwenye simu yako, bonyeza star 812 star 501 hash.
Mapenzi si kumpenda mtu kwa kuwa amekamilika, kwani nawe pia una mapungufu yako. Kwa hivyo mapenzi ni kumpenda mtu na mapungufu yake.
Kupata kumpenda mtu, bonyeza star 812 star 501 hash. Star 812 star 501 hash.
Chuma ya dosi ni chuma ya nguvu. Ikisimama kwa building, hakuna kitu baya ita happen kwa hiyo building.
Chuma ndio nyumba. Nyumba zetu zote tunatumianga chuma ya dosi.
Doshi Steel, chuma ya nguvu.
Time for us to do some sports now. It was all song and dance as Morocco became the first African country to qualify for the semi-finals of the FIFA World Cup after a 1-0 win over Portugal at the Altumana Stadium last night. Elsewhere, French fans believe their team will retain the trophy following a 2-1 win over England at the Al Bayt Stadium. Daniel Wahome has a report from Qatar.
What a day and what some history has been made as the Iberian Peninsula has been conquered by Morocco. Spain at the quarterfinals and at the round of 16. And Yusuf En-Nesyri in the 42nd minute scoring the one goal that has sent Morocco to the semi-finals of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. The first time that an African team is doing it, and everyone shouting Dima Maghribia.
Always Morocco. We can. Yes, we can. And we will be the first African Arabic team that they win the cup, inshallah.
Then you can hear them celebrate. And just take a look at the back there. The dancing is unstoppable. This way! Airport! This way! Airport! This way! Airport! This way! Cristiano, bella ciao! Bella ciao! Bella ciao! Bella ciao! Where is Cristiano? Where is Cristiano? Kenya! Airport! Airport! This way! Airport! This way! Airport! This way! Marruecos! Where? Marruecos! They are.
ميسي وينه؟ كسرنا عينه.
رونالدو وينه؟ وين رونالدو؟
Where is Ronaldo?
Go!
Where is Ronaldo?
Hey!
Where is Ronaldo?
Wait! Now, just take a look at this. Everyone thinks I have Cristiano Ronaldo with me.
I want to ask you, please. Where is Ronaldo?
Where is
he?
Where?
Yeah.
Where? He's here. Cristiano! Africa deserves it.
I just find Cristiano Ronaldo. He's in Nairobi.
Kenyan people, thank you so much for your support. We are Africans. We made Africa proud today. We made Africa proud. Thank you for your support. And we know all Africans, they were supporting us today. Thank you so much.
Yes, let me leave you with the sights and sounds of the Lusail Stadium. Africa as a Moroccan team.
Clearly, Daniel Ohome had some very big warmth from Moroccan fans and, of course, the citizens of Morocco who are cheering their team in Qatar. Now, the national chess champions Victor Ngani and Mehul Gohil battles in the Ultimatarian Chess Challenge at Bomas Hotel, where the winner will walk away with 40,000 cash prize. The two-day event helps them prepare for the national champions, or rather the championship that will be held on the 26th to 30th of December this year. Meanwhile, reigning chess champions KCB Chess Club tops the table in the ongoing Kenya National Chess League after beating Eastland Chess Club 5-0. Nairobi Chess Academy and Club are second, while Kenyatta University third after beating Trojan Warriors 4-0. The competition resumed officially this year after a break due to COVID-19 and has attracted over 400 chess players from all over the country. The event will be conducted annually to help in growing the sport.
This is an important match. We are preparing for the national championship, but in addition to that, there's been a bit of a supremacy battle between Mehul Gohil and myself, and this match sort of will determine how who can reign supreme.
I'm meeting one of the top Kenyans, Victor Ngani. My expectation is to wipe him out.
Now the purpose of this match is just to see them challenge each other for supremacy battle. There's ego involved. They want to see who is the best between the two. But the fans are watching and waiting, so it's important that they play all the 4 games.
And currently my team KCB, we are leading and we are ahead of our next competitor.
The main aim of the league for chess is to put chess out there, give chess an opportunity to grow, give chess players an opportunity to get exposure and learn as they improve their games. Our next event is the Kids Chess Festival. We're still registering, and we are also welcoming sponsors and supporters.
Now, two Kenyan handball teams, National Cereals and Produce Board and Nairobi Water Queens, were crowned winners of the Eastern Central Africa Club Champions Tournament that was held in Zanzibar. NCPB humbled Gome of Tanzania 24-18 to win the men's title, while Water Queens hit compatriots NCPB 25-21 to retain the women's regional title. NCPB finished the tournament with an unbeaten run, winning all 4 matches for 8 points. Ngome is second with 6. In the ladies' last match, Nairobi Water Queens took an 11-5 goal difference the breather and went on to bag their 9th consecutive title. The Water Queens remain unbeaten with 8 points from 4 games, while NCPB managed 6. JKT 4, Ngome and SOS 0. Ramon Verth is the new East African Mini Classic champion following the disqualification of defending champion Baldev Chaga and Piers Dakin. Chaga seemed to be on course for a 3rd consecutive title when he posted the fastest time at the 58-55 kilometer single Chebian penultimate stage. However, he defeated by 6.57 kilometers off the route, thus missing 21 tulip diagrams, a breach of the event regulations. The steward's X also fell on Dakin, who had finished 2nd for the same offence. Vos, competing in Kenya for the 2nd time, made his intentions clear from day one when he clinched the opening stage of a rally between Salai and Bogoria. There was some measure of consolation for Raj Barij after he was eventually placed 2nd after relinquishing his lead on Saturday, following a 5-minute penalty for taking a bridge instead of a river crossing. Barji, who was bidding for his first ever mini classic title, promised to come back better and stronger in the next edition of the competition.
The car is good, fantastic support from the team, and the stages have been exciting, a bit rough now and then, but definitely not boring, so very nice. And overall with the guys it has been very competitive till the end, and still is. We've been fighting for 3rd position and maybe even better than that. So yeah, fantastic event, and it's very nice to be here in this beautiful country. Yeah.
The first stage was really good. We went well and yeah, all really good, but the last 2 stages were disastrous. We got lost on both stages, and we didn't break any rules, I think, on the last stage, but we were lost and totally unaware of where we were supposed to be going on the 2nd stage of today. So not such a good day, to put it politely.
A team that will represent Kenya at the World Cross Country Championships, scheduled to be held on the 18th of February next year in Bathurst, Australia, has been selected. The team was selected after the national trials held at Kenya Prison Staff Training College in Ruiru. The group is a blend of youth and experience, with former World Cross Country champions Geoffrey Kamoro and Irene Cheptai being among the familiar faces. World 5,000 silver medalist Beatrice Chebet and Africa 1,500 meters champion Abel Kipsang are the only athletes to be given wild cards. Well, it's time for us now to put a cap on the bulletin that is Sunday Express. Thank you very much for joining us. Tomorrow is Jamhuri Day. We give you a wall-to-wall coverage, a front row seat on the Jamhuri Day celebrations. That is if you will not be able to make it there. The promise by the President, Regina, a 16 units course, free of charge. Normally it would be 100,000 shillings. if you were to pay for it, but free of charge, courtesy of the government of the Republic of Kenya and Arizona University.
Indeed, as they say, the next industrial revolution is going to be led by ICT. We're already there, and we're seeing this current administration pushing towards achieving that. So if, as my colleague said, you missed to attend the particular celebrations at the Manyara Stadium, KBC Channel 1 is going to be televising those particular celebrations live to you.
And indeed, the president also says tomorrow he will be witnessing the graduation of about, I don't know, he said what number, it's more than about 1,000 hustlers. But now this is from Google, not, it's not the program probably associated with him, because he's known to be, to christen himself the hustler.
Yes.
But this is a hustler program under Google. And he will be graduating quite a number of them tomorrow. So it's a jam-packed day, but be sure if you not be able to make it to the Manyara National Stadium for the celebrations, KBC always has your back, because Kenya is watching. My name is John Jacob Kioria. Our sign language interpreter tonight has been Lensa Odingo. Happy Jamhuri Day. Have a good night.
And I am Regina Manyara. I wish you a pleasant evening ahead and a fantastic Jamhuri Day tomorrow.
Welcome to Stargaze, brought to you by Equity Bank. Today, we look at two former Barcelona players, Frankie de Jong and Leo Messi. Why do I call them former Barcelona players? Because one used to play for Barcelona, but now he has left playing for Paris Saint-Germain in France. When Frankie de Jong left Ajax to join Barcelona back in 2019, he joined a team that already had Leo Messi as their star player. When he came in there, Leo Messi saw him in training. He called him the ultimate player. Basically, he saw him as a player that could very easily replace him in that Barcelona team. Sure enough, a year later, that was going to happen because of FIFA fair play rules that came into play. Leo Messi was bound for a new contract, but then because of what he was asking for, Barcelona could not be able to afford it, and it would have meant that Barcelona couldn't sign any new players. And so what did they decide? They had an amicable agreement where they decided the easiest thing to do is let Leo Messi go. Now, with Leo Messi gone, the most automatic selection was going to be Frankie de Jong, but unfortunately, that wasn't to be. He's been struggling at that Barcelona team. He's had very long days. In fact, he was also entangled in a very, very long brawl with the club in terms of whether he should go or not. In fact, the club itself had a conversation with Manchester United, agree on the terms of the fee that will cost him to move from Barcelona to Manchester United. Everything was agreed. The only person who had not agreed to moving was Frankie de Jong himself. So what happens? He decides to stay in Barcelona. Even today, you talk to Frankie de Jong, the one thing he'll always tell you is Messi is the GOAT. There's that conversation that will always come up between Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Who's the GOAT? So it was put up to him. And to him, no matter what happens, he still considered Messi his GOAT. And these two players, when they face each other, of course, there's always going to be that adversary that will come in between two players representing different teams. But there's also that admiration that comes from both of them. They respect each other. They love each other. They know each other's style of football. But that does not stop them from being rivals. That is the fun fact that I have for you today. Join me again tomorrow as I bring you another fun fact of one or two more players that you did not know about. All that brought to you courtesy of Equity Bank.
Welcome to the Living Room Stadium. It's the FIFA World Cup. The match is about to start. Food and drink ready. There's no space left for anyone. Come on, get your lucky chair. Take your usual spot. Even the puppy has one. It's preparation time. You can feel the tension in the air. And do you have everything you need to believe?
Do you know you stand the risk of disconnection if you have not updated your SIM registration details? Dial *106# to check your SIM registration status. If your details are not updated, dial *106# and select option 2 to get the self-update link. You will be required to upload your original ID image copy, both front and back. Alternatively, you can visit the nearest Airtel outlet. Remember, you only have until December 15th, 2022 to comply. This is a SIM regulation requirement as per the Communications Authority of Kenya. Airtel, the most affordable network.
Make transactions anywhere in the world with the NCBA Visa card and stand a chance to win big. Join the FIFA World Cup 2022 when you win an all-expenses-paid trip for you and your +1 to watch 2 games. Or win exciting weekly prizes that will make your FIFA viewing experience super duper. All it takes is a swipe or a tap to pay 2,000 Kenya shillings or more with your NCBA Visa debit or credit card. The more you swipe or tap to pay, the higher your chances of winning with 1 point for every 2,000 Kenya shillings spent. Don't miss out. NCBA. Go for it.
Chuma ya dosi ni chuma ya nguvu. Ikisimama kwa building, hakuna kitu baya ita happen kwa hiyo building.
Chuma ndio nyumba. Nyumba zetu zote tunatumianga chuma ya dosi.
Doshi Steel, chuma ya nguvu.
Hello my good people, once again na welcome kwa show yetu ya Save a Life Show. Tunakuletea watu wako na mashida mbalimbali kwa community and we tend to fundraise for them and take them to hospital. Again, my name is Carol Karaoke. Kumbuka ya kwamba this Save a Life na tunashukuru for all those who have been supporting us. Nimekuwa kusupport kutuma kitu yake kwa Save a Life, kusupport mgome tumekuwa tumeleta. Mungu akubariki sana na kuongezee. Mali unatoa arudishe na ongezee zaidi. And today tuko Tharaka Nithi, a place called Chera, na tumekuja kutembelea mrithi hapa kiona tumekuwa na shida kwa muda, and leo tunakupea chance ya kusupport huyu kijana. Amepitia, yes, he's young, he's 22 years old, lakini for the last few years amekuwa na shida. Hajakuwa kaenda kazini because naambiwa alikuwa anaenda fanya kazi ya bodaboda, lakini for today ugonjwa umeka kwa nyumba. Kazi yake anakaa kwa nyumba asubuhi, jioni, hakuna mahali anaenda because ya ugonjwa ako nayo. It's painful for him na amekosa pesa ya kumpeleka hospitali. Naambiwa na mama pesa ya kumpeleka hospitali walikosa, kazi na mama anashinda huku nyumbani, and tunaomba tu mwenye hapo nyumbani anatuona Save a Life. Tumekuwa tukisaidia watu wengi sana. Tunaenda Kajiado, tunaenda Kisumu, tunaenda Kakamega, mahali kote nchini Kenya. And wenyewe tumeleta kupa kwa kwa TV mtusaidianga. Mungu awabariki sana kwenye mmekuwa mkitusupport. Pia leo tunasituleta Mureithi, tunaomba tu chochote uko nacho, iwe ni 50 bob, iwe ni 100 bob, iwe ni 1000 shillings. Usijali, yote itasaidia pakubwa kusaidia Mureithi kwenda hospitali. Remember again, you can use the M-Pesa, and hiyo bill kwa screen, and then account ni mama account number, andika jina Mureithi. Hata leo tusikia story ya Mureithi venye imekuwa, and I hope that when you listen, acha ikutouch. Acha umchukue kama brother yako, acha umchukue kama your nephew ama your relative, ama your friend. Usa kuona rafiki yako kama brother yako akipitia hali kama hii. And today tunaomba sana ukituona hapo, you can sacrifice hata your lunch ama your dinner. Ndio support huyo kijana ende hospitali. Na akikuwa sawa, akikuwa na afya njema mwenye alikuwa mbeleni, atashukuru Mungu na Mungu atakubariki kwa kutusaidia. Maybe mom, ningependa tueleze majina yako alafu tuambie shida ya Mureithi ilianza aje.
Jina langu naitwa Ndoa Kanywa Measles kutoka Tharaka Nithi Chela. Kuna miaka 4.